my good friend Heather. We met each other in college. We've remained in touch over the years. We were in a sorority together, and we instantly connected because we were so both into fashion and style. You minored in it, is that right? I majored in it, so we
were in a lot of classes together.
We just crossed paths all around, and we shared just common style and everything like that. So
instant click. We were best of friends very fast because of our love for fashion.
Right. So, come to find out, years later, Heather has this amazing shoe collection, and when she showed it to me, I was like, oh my gosh. And it's not just a shoe collection because she loves shoes. There's a true story behind why she has the shoes that she has in her closet, why she's chosen them. There's a lot of great meaning behind it. So I would love for you to not only meet Heather and listen to her style philosophy, but also we're going to view her amazing collection of shoes, and hopefully you're going to get super inspired to pick just the right pair for yourself and above and beyond a whole host of different things.
Yeah, so my name is Heather, like Meg said. So I'm not a traditional, I would say, fashionista in the terms of, I look at Meg and idolize her and her everyday style. That's not who I am. But what I do is look at stuff that can make me feel special from time to time. I don't wear this every day. I mean, I'm not Meg. But what I do is look for things that make me feel special on those certain occasions. You know, I have tons of Chuck Taylors everywhere, and I wear flats every day. But this really brings happiness to myself, just having this here, because shoes don't really have a lot of discrimination in terms of like your size or your shoe size. Like anybody can wear shoes and they look great. So that's why I love shoes so much. And like Meg said, over the years I've accumulated quite a few pairs of shoes, and they all have like a little bit of story behind them.
So like a lot of people, you're like, ooh, I want Jimmy Choo's, and I want Manolos, and I want Louboutins, and I want all of these different brands, where I was that way too. So I went, the much more frugal route and got a lot of them through eBay, right? And, my mom, she's a thrifter just like me. So a lot of these shoes, they look very expensive. They contain or sustain their value, and you can find them basically anywhere. My mom got me these Jimmy Choo's, and I'm just going to show you this one. So, right, super cute, never even used. I think I tried them on, but they're never even used.
So you've never worn these?
Never worn these, not yet. And my mom found these at a thrift store, and guess how much they cost?
$65. That's a nice price tag for
That's
a Jimmy
a very
Choo.
nice price tag for a Jimmy Choo. So it just goes to show you just have to keep a lookout. Keep a lookout for things that you really like. Like, I think one thing that I would be cognizant of is Badgley Mischka. They more recently changed their manufacturing to China. So if you see like plastic on this, that just means that they're still Badgley Mischkas, but they just have plastic on them. And a lot of people think that, oh, it's plastic, so it must be fake. That's not always the case. Over the years, I've gotten very good at understanding what good shoes look like, and if there's any counterfeits, I can spot them a mile away. And especially with higher end. So
what's some stuff that people can look out for if they're eBaying their shoes?
Yes.
Or, they're just out shopping and whatever. It's just a few little signals.
Pay attention to the logos. If you're looking for shoes and you don't want a counterfeit, I 100% against counterfeit. I won't buy them. I won't even entertain the idea, because the whole business behind that is incredibly horrible. I would rather buy great quality shoes that are used than buying brand new counterfeit shoes for a plethora of reasons. But when you're looking for authentic shoes, so keep in mind that counterfeiters are trying to sell shoes that are incredibly popular. So think, Louboutins are are probably the number one, right? And then also there's a lot of like fake Michael Kors. When you're looking at counterfeits, the way that you can kind of spot them is with the quality. If you have, now I'm just going to pull a shoe that has really, let me pull a very good shoe. That's not, those aren't good examples. So let me pull back these Jimmy Choos out. So with Jimmy Choos, these are so expensive because they do such a good job. You will not see any threads. They will all look exactly the same. They will not be jagged. They will be straight. They will be completely flawless. And not just with, they look good and there's nothing wrong with them. It's the stitching, and I don't know if you can see this, but the stitching is so incredibly close. No counterfeiter will take the time to do that. So just even looking at the stitching, looking at the shape of the shoe. Lots of counterfeiters or cheaper shoes, they will cut corners a little bit. They won't make it as smooth. This will not be as smooth as this. Or the bottoms, they'll be like a plastic or they'll be a fake leather. And you can really tell when you're feeling these and when you see this that there's a big difference in the quality that goes into this rather than just putting a stamp on it. Louboutins, they've gotten very good at trying to make fakes. They've done a very good job. There's a couple of things that I always look out for with Louboutins. Let me get them out. I'll re-say that too. So don't judge me on I need to get new caps on them because I wear them so much. So you'll notice a few things with Louboutins. So on the bottom, they do very good job of their label. You'll notice this is incredibly close.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if we can. Oh, yeah, now you can see it.
So you'll see it's incredibly close. A lot of counterfeits will have it a little bit wider. And they will just kind of stamp it on instead of actually pressing it in. So those are like some things that you look for. And then also on the actual, now this is worn a little bit, but I don't know if you can see that, but they have this incredibly sharp font. Incredibly sharp. If there's any misprint, they would not sell them. So if it looks a little off or it's like, ooh, this is an irregular Louboutin, that's fake. And you'll notice, the biggest thing that I notice is in the shape of shoes. So, cheaper shoes, like ones from Target, they don't have this curvature as Louboutins do. And they pay much more attention. So one big thing, and no one probably ever notices this, but this line right here connecting the heel, counterfeiters are very bad at that. So if that's very, like, you just look at it and be like, yeah, there's no way. Because Louboutin puts in the time and energy to make sure that's flawless. Counterfeiters won't. So the other thing, again, is look for the stitching. The stitching will be perfect. There will not be a stitch out of place anywhere.
Heather, I really want to thank you for showing me your shoe collection. It was wonderful. It's beautiful. I learned so much, and I think I know now that when I go to eBay or I go to the Real or wherever I'm going, and I'm seeking out a pair of those designer, extremely well-made shoes, I know what to look for. I know signals of things not to buy, and I think it's amazing job you've done to put your collection together with so much intention. It's not like, yeah, I just want designer shoes. Yeah. No, it's like there's a process that you have, and I think it's really spectacular.
And I just want to thank you because I I do this for myself, and I didn't really realize. Of course, it's very special to me, but I'm happy to share this little trinket of happiness with everybody.
That's so cool.
Yes.
I love it. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you,
And I
Meg.
hope you guys enjoy Heather and all her fashion tips because they're pretty amazing. Thank you for watching.
Bye.